Hello everyone, this is Shrikar here, and today I'll be showing a demo of a code generator application that I built using Gumloop. So this is like a demo of the application. Let's look at how the application would work. Let's say what is the task that you want to get done. I want to get the leak under the kitchen sink fixed. Start with that. Let's say what date you want. Let's say tomorrow. We can essentially upload an image for to get the exact code. Once we hit add the image, hit submit and run flow. Let me show an example of like how the images. Let's say this is like the image I took, and I added that to the code generation application. Now, if you look at this example output here, you can say, okay, dear customer, based on your application, this is the code you can expect, right? So instead of like somebody you going and manually creating this code, actually you can have an application create the code automatically for you based on some of your criteria you have. Not only that, you can even have like a doc, Google Doc that can be created that essentially has the same information. And if you want to take one step further, you can even just go ahead and send the email to them. So for example, in this case, you could probably even take an email or like a phone number from them and then send the quotation directly to that phone number. So let's see how we can actually build this application. So this is the whole workflow I have. To begin with, let me just create a new one so that it's easier for us to see. I'm going to go ahead and create a new flow. To begin with, I'll start with like adding an interface. So this is essentially the interface I've created. So let's go ahead and add an interface for that. Let's say this one essentially likes for this one, just search for any of the cleaning business, cleaning services, pick whatever you want. That's the one. For example, service quotations or code generation. Let's give it a name. Then you can just drag in the field you want. Also, for example, this could be like, okay, what do you want to get done? Do you want to get done? Along with that, if you want to have an email ID, you can essentially like pass an email, add an email. We can actually add the date if you want to, or we can even just like do the upload. This is essentially for add images to get the exact code. So the reason why we are asking for the image upload is essentially to get like a better codes. We want to see like to what extent we need to provide service. Essentially, like is the leak smaller or bigger? So we can even look at the damage based on the images they provide. And essentially for this one, we'll be using the Flash Vision 2 model that can look at the image and also the kind of like task that the user wants, and then basically will provide like a detailed code, right? So this is like the code we have right now. We can just go to the return code. At this point in time, we have all the inputs that we have right now, and essentially what we can do now is let's go to add node, ask AI. Actually, given that we want to have an image analyzed, we can just click on analyze image. That's essentially where this one will go. Connect the images to here. Another thing is we have to do the prompt. We need to essentially enable the prompt so that we can essentially pass like extra prompt to it. So for this one, for the sake of simplicity, I'm also going to create like combined text, because we want to have one text as well as other things to it added to it. So this is the task we have. What do you want to get done today? That's the task goes here. For the sake of simplicity, I'm just going to copy this whole thing. Instead of providing the prompt, you can essentially like append or adjust the prompt however you want. So this is the input 2 here. At this point in time, what we have right now is we have an image that's being passed. We want to actually even pass the output here so that we know what is the task we actually want to get done, and an image to analyze. For this one, let's worry about it later. Prompt is essentially what is passed here. Because we need like a image analysis done, I'm going to pick Gemini Flash 2. It's actually pretty cheap, and it does a pretty good job too. So let's see actually how this workflow works right now. So if you just click on run, it probably is going to, yeah, because we haven't uploaded the image, it's essentially asking me to it's essentially failing. So for this case, let's say if you want to click on the interface, if you want to expose this initial input as an application, you have to click on this button here. It brings up this node. I want to get the actually, before we do this, we don't have an output node. So what we can do right now is we can just go ahead and add an output node. Let's see, output node is here. Build output node. We want like a markdown analysis. We actually create the report in, or the code in markdown, so we want to select output is the output, the string is string format here. But I think, where was this? I actually had provided markdown as a format. Trying to see which one was that. Oh, this was in the combined text, probably Google Docs writer. Okay, so when we are creating a Google Doc writer, we actually provided like a markdown format. But either ways, I think for in this current scenario, I'm actually like generating the code in the markdown format as shown here. So if you just go ahead and save this and start from the beginning, let's go open it up, the UI. So for that, you just go and click on this button here. So save. Once that is saved, we can open this. I want to get the leak under the kitchen sink fixed. What's your name? I can just say send, pick up the file. For this one, let's pick up this image, hit submit and run flow. This one should essentially generate the code for us. Let's see. Yeah, as you can see, the code is here, like the whole thing is generated. The code is generated here, and now with this you can essentially even create like a Google Doc, like how I created before. So all you have to do right now for that is go to this particular output format. Wherever the analysis is done, you just go to Google Doc. I have already configured everything else. I just need to pick a writer format. For this one, I'm just going to pick the analysis, goes to the content. Title is like, say, code generation. And then the content format is markdown. I think what I did previously was in this code, if I want to get the link here, what we can technically do is go to this Gumloop workflow. Before we go to the output, let's delete this link first and create something like a combine text, which essentially combines the text between these two. So just connect to the input one, the output of that, or essentially the doc link goes to input link input 2. Then we can just say input. Actually, we don't need to do this. Probably we can just pull it here. Yeah, put 1 doc link. Doc link is input 2, right? That's all we need, let's say. And at this point in time, we should just connect the combined output to the output node here, save it. For the sake of simplicity, let's just go from the beginning. Once that is saved, I'm going to open it up. Why is it not opening? It opens here. Now let's say I want to get the leak under the kitchen sink fixed. askshikar@gmail.com. For the image, just upload an image here, submit and run the workflow. At this point in time, you should see the output. Along with that, we also have a doc link. So if you really want take it one step further, just like email this document to the user app, because you have already ask for their email ID in the beginning. So yeah, this is like a simple workflow. I think like this will actually help a lot of people, especially in the services industry. If you want to get something built like this, I will also share the template with you. And if you need any more help, please leave a comment below. And also, if you like this type of content, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.